Hello friends, and welcome back to another video. This is the first video in a brand new series that I'm calling Henna Therapy, and it's all about using the art of henna to heal ourselves from the inside out. So you can sit back, grab a henna cone and follow along, or you can just sit back, relax and take this opportunity to breathe, to follow the design, to flow with the design and just have this time for you. So for anyone that does suffer with anxiety, and unfortunately that is an increasing number in today's generation, then I'm sure you know how it feels. Sometimes for some people it will be palpitations, for other people it will just be this constant feeling of unease or dread in the stomach, and it's just not a very nice feeling at all. But thankfully there are many ways that we can ease anxiety, and for me, henna and art has always been one of them. So before you start following this design, I would really love it if we could just take a few deep breaths together, just to center ourselves, to calm our thoughts and to be here in this moment. So just start by taking one long deep breath into yourself through your nose, and then hold that breath for a few moments and release it completely from your mouth. And just continue doing this. Do this at least a few times until you feel connected to your breath and connected to this moment. And while you do this, I'd just like you to really recognize that the breath that you're taking into your body is the same breath that you're releasing from the body. Just notice how the air outside of you and the air within you is the same thing. And just see the breath, or really acknowledge the breath being this bridge between your inner and your outer worlds. So once you feel connected to your breath and connected to this moment, you'll naturally notice that your feelings of anxiety begin to ease themselves. And now I just want to share a little bit about the design that we're creating today. So if you are following along, or if obviously you're watching, then you'll notice that this is a very intricate mandala on the hand, and I've used the space on the hand intentionally because it gives us quite a large space to work with. And you'll notice there's lots of repeating elements and repeating patterns, and this really helps with easing and soothing anxiety because it brings you into the present moment. It gives you something to focus on, and as you continue creating the same patterns around and around and around, you'll find yourself more in a flow state. And in that flow state is where we are connected to the moment, we're connected to God, we're connected to our breath, and we're connected to what we're creating. So this is what this piece is all about. It's all about becoming still and becoming present and noticing that whatever you're feeling, it can be eased and it will pass. And this is also why I've incorporated the words "this too shall pass" into this piece. And I'll share more on those words and their importance a little bit later in this video. So I started this design with quite a bold central circle, which I filled in right in the center of the hand. And as you're creating this design, and if you ever do find yourself looking back on this design when it's dried on the skin, I just want you to envision yourself as that circle in the center of the mandala. And in life, this is us. We are the center of our lives. We are the one constant thing that we will have throughout our entire journey in this life. And I just want you to remember that you can be that stillness all the time, no matter what is going on around you. Even if what is going on around you is beautiful and amazing and you're the happiest you've ever been, or even if what is going on around you is troublesome and toilsome and it's hurting you and disturbing you, just remember that you are that central spot You are the eye of the storm. You are the center of your mandala of life, and you are always that, and there's nothing that will ever stop you from being that. Sometimes when we're feeling disturbed by the chaos that is all around us, it's just important to remember that we can be that stillness whenever we want, and just the sheer simple act of remembering that can bring us back to center and can bring us back to peace. So up until this point in the design, as you can see, we started off with that central circle, and we've just been building on that with lots of petals, leaf shapes, and now we're doing some quite large petals, which are quite a focal point in this design, as you'll see with the shading. But just continue following along. Allow your henna cone to be an extension of your hand and an extension of yourself, and just allow yourself to get lost in the process of creating this design. And hopefully, if you were feeling any feelings of anxiety before starting this design will help to soothe those feelings and help to bring you back to peace and back to your center. And there's just something about filling in blocks of colour that I also find really meditative and relaxing. So really enjoy this part. I wanted to really bring the focus to the circular shape of the mandala here, which is why I've created this circle all the way around the intricate patterns. And also this is going to act as a base for those all important words that are coming a little bit later on. So we're almost coming to the time where we're going to add those words, "this too shall pass," into this design. And honestly, hennaing yourself and trying to write on yourself isn't the easiest thing. And me creating this videos is me kind of getting used to doing this. But I did have to maneuver to get these words in the way I wanted them to be. So just along one side of your mandala, whichever side you choose, incorporate the words "this too shall pass." And they're four little words, but they're so profound and so beautiful to meditate and reflect on. And "this too shall pass," for me anyway, means that everything will pass. All of the good, all of the laughs, the highs that we experience in life, they will pass. And also the bad times, the times where we're down and we're broken and we're hurting, the times where we experience anxiety and depression, the times when we're hurt by other people, the times when we're hurt by life, it all passes. And I'm sure when you think over your own life, think of all the times where you thought you couldn't get through something, or you felt like you were going through the most difficult thing you could ever possibly imagine. But look at you here, look at you now. You're here watching this video, you made it through that time. And even if right now you're going through something that is extremely difficult, if you're feeling anxiety, if you're feeling all of those horrible feelings that come with anxiety, just remember that this too shall pass. And now we're moving on to the fingers, as you can see. So just a really simple design on the fingers, 3 lines or 3 rings, some humps, and then I'm just filling in the tops of the fingers with a load of swirls. And basically I'm keeping it simple because the mandala is so intricate and has such a profound message on it that I don't want to distract from that. Also, we are going to add those same words onto the fingers as well, so anytime that you're feeling those similar feelings of anxiety creep up on you, you can just look at your fingers and be reminded that this too shall pass. So this next part of the design is where I am adding the words "this too shall pass" to the fingers as well. They are quite subtle. I did show this design to a few people after I'd done it, and they didn't notice the words were there until I pointed them out. So if you feel a bit funny about anybody noticing that on your hands, I wouldn't worry too much because it does blend in quite seamlessly. Or you can just leave them out altogether because you do have those words in the mandala as well. Yeah, and just finish off your fingers. I'm adding some dots here under the words, but if you choose not to add the words, just add the dots. And yeah, the design is almost complete, just about to finish off the thumb and then we'll be done. And there we have it, everyone, a beautiful soothing henna design to help with healing and soothing anxiety. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope that creating this design helped you to find some stillness and to find some peace. And just remember, if you are watching this and you've made it this far, that this too shall pass, just as everything else does. Please watch out for more of my henna therapy videos coming soon. And please do like, comment and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out a lot and it helps me to share this message even further. Thank you so much. Sending you so much light, love and peace. Until next time, my friends. See you later. Bye.